Today we're going to be reviewing one of the best, most balanced midfielders in the game, Marchiso. 300,000 coins. What a card. This is the FUT birthday card. I know I'm a little bit late in the review, but I did pack him. He has been in my team for a while, and honestly, he's just one of those. He's one of the most consistent players in my team that it actually swept under the radar that I haven't done a review on him. I thought I did it straight away. That's how good he is. I actually thought it was the first thing I did, but I realized I was a bit late to it. Let's go through his card. 90 pace, 86 shooting, 92 passing, 91 dribbling, 86 defending, and 87 physicality. I mean, at this stage of the game, we obviously need some complete midfielders, right? You can obviously go for more DMs or more attacking, but if you actually want a balanced midfielder, I think Marchiso is the basis we're going for. This is the type of card that I say is the Hullet card. You know, the Hullet club was all 80 rated plus back in the day, and he kind of follows that trend, but his card is all 86 rated plus essentially, right? And he is just a complete midfielder. What you pay for is what you get. In fact, I think you get a little bit more than what you pay for. He's currently 300,000 coins, but he just does everything. I actually use him in a 4-4-2. Now going forward, I am using a 4-2-3-1, so he is my CDM. I think he was actually better as a center mid, and I'm gonna explain why. I think his strongest attributes are his passing and his dribbling, right? Those are, I would say, his strongest attributes, and I feel like you can really excel that as a center mid. As a CDM, I feel like you lose a little bit of that dribbling, especially the way I play him. I play him in a CDM a bit more just to kind of get the ball to my attackers, so I feel like he's still amazing, don't get me wrong, but you lose a little bit of value as a CDM, and that's why for my pro number one, it was just complete midfielder, because I think, honestly, you can play him as a CDM, maybe not as, you won't utilize him as much, but he could play there. You can definitely play him in the center mid, and he is unbelievable there. He just is a complete midfielder. The guy has unbelievable pace, he goes up and down, everything. If you look on his stats, it's just all green. It's just all green. He's incredible. Then we go to number two, and I wrote he is just balanced, and it sounds weird because it doesn't sound like anything as a big compliment, but he's honestly one of the most balanced cards. Like, you can actually just have him do anything. If you need to track back, he's there. If you need to go forward, he's there. Like, you're seeing it now in the highlights. He's scoring goals, he's intercepting tackles, he does everything. He really does everything, and I feel like he's just a staple to my team, and he should be a staple to yours too if you're looking for that complete midfielder. And pro number three is his passing playstyles. This is why I think as a CDM he is slightly wasted, because he doesn't have as many good defensive playstyles as he does offensive. Like, he actually has no defending playstyles that are playstyles plus, but he has 2 playstyle pluses in passing. So I feel like you actually want to utilize his passing the most, and that's why I think he's actually better off a little bit more forward, or if you are going to use him as a DM, use him as a bit more of a deep lie playmaker just to get those passing, because he does have the incisive pass and tick attacker playstyle plus, and he just is able to get those through balls across, and I could not recommend him enough. If you're looking for a solid midfielder and you have 300k, I honestly don't think you're going to go wrong with him. He's not going to steal the show in terms of scoring goals, but he's just going to be that solid, consistent output that I think you guys will love in your team. He really did a good job for me. When I go through and I think about, like, his card, I'm looking at it now. We're actually going to go through and compare it to other cards, other prices, other cards, similar prices, but I don't think I can complain about this card. I'm looking through, like, his weakest attribute is probably his shooting, but I'm not gonna lie, he scored a few goals for me. Like, I think he was fine, I really do. I'm just trying to think, would I, like, why would I not have him in maybe like a more expensive squad? I think it's just the power curve of the game. Like as a 92 rated for 300k, you're gonna get a really good value. Like, I really do believe it. There are some cards I feel like that hold a higher price tag that aren't worth it, but I generally feel like this card is just solid. It's just solid, like I said, especially if you have, like, say, let's say you have like 1 or 2 million coins, right? At this stage of the game, I feel like that's definitely doable, right? Let's say someone watching this has 1 to 2 million coins, and you're looking for like a midfielder. You're like, oh, do I spend, like, you know, 600? I'm like, I think that's a lot of coins, but if you just spend 300k, you're getting a solid, an absolute unit who's going to help your offense, help your defense, make sure you're a bit more balanced, and then you have a lot of your budget left. That's where I feel like he's really valuable, is I think that he is just fairly cheap for what he is and what he does, and I think with that price tag, you're going to just add so much value to your team, and that's why I think he's so good. Now we've gone through some gameplay. I just want to go through the actual card itself and just go through some stats, and at the same time, we're also going to go through and comparing to some other cards. Just don't mind that overlay there. That's just from my, that was from my stream earlier. If you guys don't know, I also do COD, Call of Duty, which is on my other channel, and I did a COD stream earlier. You can check it all out. It's all in the description if you guys want to see some of that. But let's go through. So Play styles. Like I said, scoring, shooting, he doesn't have anything crazy, he just has a power shot, which I guess as a midfielder is probably the best one, if I'm honest with you. Definitely the way he plays a bit deeper. He's kind of like that late playing midfielder that comes into the box kind of late. So I don't think that's actually terrible having him on the power shot. But his passing is by far his best play style. As you can see, he's got the incisive plus, passing plus, which is really, really good for through balls, as you can see here. Through balls are far more accurate, swerve passes that deliver with maximum curve, and precision passes at top speed. And you can see the players that have that as well. It's not a bad list, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has a very, very good playstyle there. Then you go through the tiki-taka as well. Just once again, executes difficult first-time ground passes with even greater accuracy, using back heels when contextually appropriate. Short distance ground passes are exceptionally accurate. So you basically get a card that in the midfield is just going to travel the ball forward, and I think his passing is by far his best stats. Defending, you can see he doesn't have anything crazy, same with his dribbling, and that's why I kind of mentioned in his card, I feel like his best attributes is like overall his passing. I think his dribbling is still his best attribute, as you can see he has 2, but just generally, like, he has decent dribbling, 91 dribbling, and look how balanced the guy is, bro. The guy is just, he's just a unit. He's just a unit. So what I would recommend you doing is playing him as a deep lying playmaker. I do think that's his best thing. As you can see, yeah, the key cogs are building up play from the back. This defensively positioned midfielder will often be the catalyst for attacks. As you can see here, let's keep him on defend. With the defend focus, a deep lying playmaker will focus on closing down passing lanes and staying back while their team attacks. I actually like this. I thought it was pretty good. But at the same time, what you could also do, you could also put him in a box-to-box, which is what I did as well. This play operates between the 2 boxes. This is when I did a 4-4-2, and I had him and Makaleli in the team. I had Makaleli a bit more of a holding, and I had him as a box-to-box. This play operates between the 2 boxes, operating as neither the last line of defense nor the final part of the attack, but involved in everything in between. When you actually look at his card, I think he is actually made for box-to-box. Like, he is, for me, a perfect box-to-box midfielder. Like I said, pace goes up and down. He has a good engine on him, right? If we put him on an anchor, which I think is actually fair, you can see he gets really, really nicely balanced defensive stats. What I would actually do is something like an engine. I think an engine is really nice because you get a little bit more passing, a little bit more dribbling. It really depends. You can use either one, but I think these two are fair, anchor or engine. It's completely up to you. But overall, great card. I'm going to give him like a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, I don't have any complaints with him. One thing I want to actually see is let's compare him to, say, let's say 350. And let's just see what other midfielders there are, because I feel like that's what we're going to find the balance in. So as we go through, so you can see there's like this card already, the 94 card, which is actually pretty good. You got Valverde's card, which is solid. Where is this card? Why isn't it coming up? How much was this card? I think it was, am I tweaking? Where's that boy Marchiso? Why isn't he coming up right now? He's 280. I did 220,000. Oh no, he is. He's just 92. Oh, he's right there. Okay, I'm literally didn't see him there. But yeah, he's right there. As a centre mid, like just as a centre mid, as you can see, this card's a great option as a midfielder, but it's not as balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's similar price, but it's just not as balanced. You go through Diani again. That's just not what I want. I actually want to look for, let me just look for centre mid, because that's a lot of people. Let's look at centre mid and CDM, because I wouldn't even play him. I know he's got the left mid, but I wouldn't bother having him in there. So there you go. We've got these kind of cards. Zanetti is another good option, but look, no shooting, right? So Zanetti will be more of a DM. This card is actually probably the best option. I would say Williams, but I would probably say she's better offensively. But this is a really solid card. If you just look at the base stats itself, very, very good card here. I feel like Valverde, De Jong, these are the type of cards I would compare him to be honest with you. So it's one of those, if you like that kind of build of Valverde, the De Jong, something like that, but you can see they're very, very similar price, so you can just feel free to give him a go and see where he compares. I think, I don't know the order of what I would say out of these three, but I think they're very similar, and I do like the look of all 3 of these cards. I did pack Marchiso, and he's a guy on my team. I'm not going to say he's better or worse than the other ones, but they're basically the exact same price. So I would say give him a go, see who fits in your team more. But this guy is cold. He's very, very good. 5-star, 5-star as well. He has a bit more, you can see a bit more passing, a bit more dribbling than both of them as well. Slightly less physicality than both of them. Defending is slightly better. His overall shot is much, much better than De Jong, just under Valverde, and his pace is a little bit less. So Valverde is probably a little bit better than him, as you can see from the 20k difference as well. But again, very, very similar cards. Not much between them. He has a power shot and relentless. He does have rapid. He has incisive and tiki-taka. It really just depends on what you're looking for. But you can see they're both very, very good cards, and I don't think you can complain with any of them in your team. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the review. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys for another review later on today. Peace.